Proportional representation. What is it? Should I support it? Does it suck? Let's discuss. Proportional representation is a principle that states that the percentage of a vote a party gets should be equal to the number of seats that they hold. If a party gets 45% of the votes in an election, they should have 45% of the seats, not 16%, not 62%. Canada currently still uses the outdated process of first past the post for its elections. In a first past the post election, the party with the most votes may not win the most seats. Actually, more often than not, the party with the majority in the House does not have the consent of the governed. They do not have a majority of voter support, and that is by design. Let's look at the 2019 federal election as a prime example of how first past the post actually works. So in 2019, Trudeau's Liberals won 33.12% of the national popular vote, but held 46.44% of the seats. The Conservatives under Scheer won 34.34% of the vote and 35.8% of the seats. The Bloc won 7.63% of the national vote, but won 9.64% of the seats. As the share of the national vote gets localized, as in Quebec with the Bloc and Western Canada with the Conservatives, the proportionality is closer to fair. However, things get a bit nasty when we look at the smaller national parties. In 2019, the NDP won 15.98% of the national popular vote, but held just 7.1% of total seats. The Greens, on the other hand, won almost 6.5% of the vote and had only 0.88% of seats, 3 total. The People's Party had 1.62% of the national popular vote, but won 0 seats. Most PR proposals do include a minimum vote threshold to get a seat. It's either 100% proportional, meaning that you have to break a 0.26% threshold for one of the 338 seats, or a 5% national minimum. If we use the 0.26% and 2019 vote tallies, a party would need 47,295 votes to win a seat. In 2019, the only party who would have won seats that did not win any under first past the post would have been the People's Party. If we use the 5% rule, the parties stay the same, but the makeup of the House is drastically different and more democratically representative of what Canadians actually want and what they actually vote for. I personally prefer the breakpoint being 0.26% for federal elections, but I understand why the 5% crowd is a little bit more popular. First past the post encourages vote splitting and voting for the lesser of two evils. This empowers the two biggest parties, the Liberals and the Conservatives, because no generally conservative person is going to say vote for the PPC in a close Liberal-Conservative riding. Or the opposite is also true for left voters who may want to vote NDP or Green, but can't stand the idea if they don't vote Liberal, Conservatives are going to win the seat. Proportional representation allows voters to vote their conscience. They can vote for the party they want to be in power because if they get 5% of the votes, their party will get 5% of the seats. In Canada, we have the power to make these changes, and we should make them at the federal, provincial, and municipal levels. Let's make Canada more democratic and more free so that each and every vote matters and each voter can have a true say in how our country is actually run. Proportional representation is awesome, and you should see if your elected representative supports PR. If they do, let us know down in the comments below. If not, let's work together to ensure that our democracy is expanded and more fair by removing them and electing those who will serve the will of the people, both for us today and for the future. Thank you for watching this video. Please leave a like and a comment, and if you really enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel and check out the socials listed on the end card. Until tomorrow, folks, have a fantastic day, eh?